But felt tip pens have a myriad of uses. Some people prefer using these pens for writing. Others use them for drawing. You can also find those who use them for calligraphy. With that in mind, figuring out what are the best felt tip pens is tricky because it will depend on what you will be using them for. You will need to consider your needs when you are shopping for felt tip pens. The reason is that what works for others may not work for you. Also, do not dwell too much on brand names and prices. You may be surprised to find a cheaper brand that works better than others. There are many products available to choose from, each with different characteristics, benefits, and prices. To help you make an informed decision, I did extensive research, read tons of reviews of customers, and compiled a list of the best felt tip pens from reputable brands. After much research, I found these products much helpful for people like you. If you want to know about the price and other information, be sure to check my description. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Number 1. Pentel Fude Touch Felt Pens. This pen has a flexible tip, making it an incredible choice for calligraphy. The tip lets out just the right amount of ink so that it glides right over the writing surface. Unlike other similar pens, the upstrokes when using this pen are almost effortless. This pen also uses water-based ink, so it is easy to clean if you ever get any of it on your hands. Another thing I liked about the ink is that it does not have any noxious odors. This is a good thing because you will be working with your face near your writing surface. With this pen, you will not feel dizzy after an hour or so of writing. The only issue that I have about this pen is that the ink dries slowly. Although the ink makes it easier for the pen to glide over the surface, it also means that it will smudge easily. This pen is one of the best choices for brushstroke calligraphy. You can also use it for ink drawings. Number 2. Fineliner Color Felt Tips Pens. Every kit contains 60 pieces of felt tip pens. However, most people think that this means you will be getting 60 different colors, which is not the case. You will receive 2 of the same color, which means you are getting 30 colors. On the other hand, you will still be getting a wide color selection. Although these pens have a fine point, you do not have to be overly careful when writing with them. The reason is that these pens have durable alloy base points. The items are significantly more durable compared to regular fine point felt tip pens that need very light hands to prevent the tips from breaking. These items are the top felt tip pens for drawing and coloring in the small spaces in coloring books, but not for general coloring tasks. Number 3. Shuttle Art Ultra Microline Pens. One thing I liked about these felt tip pens is that the ink does not bleed through a paper that easily. You do not need to worry about the points punching through the paper unless you go through 1.1 time too many. With that said, you should not use these pens to fill in spaces with colors. What these pens are great at is drawing very fine lines consistently. I like using them when I am doing old school architectural drafting or line art. I have not tried using these pens at pointillism drawings, but I heard that they work quite well at those as well. If you want a pen set that comes with almost all the point sizes that you will ever need, then I highly recommend getting these sets. This kit comes with 18 different pens, and 7 of them are black, but with varying point sizes from 0.15mm to 0.5mm, which is most of what I usually need for drafting. Although I only use black pens most of the time, certain projects require a bit of color. Sadly, it is not this kit's strong point. Some of the colors are inaccurate, especially the green pen, which is more bluish green than actual green. Number 4. Hethrone Drawing Pens Markers. You do not need to buy separate pens for coloring and fine lining. You have both types of tips in this single kit. No, you do not get separate sets of fine and brush tips. The pens have dual tips on them. This saves a lot of space on your workstation, as you do not have to store 2 separate sets of felt pens. Another neat thing about this set is that you will be getting 72 separate pens of varying shades and colors. I had my doubts about this kit before. I thought that you would not be able to tell the differences between the shades of the color. However, if you use these pens on a white drawing surface, you can tell the differences between shades. The issue that I have with these pens is that the fine tips tend to get dry quite fast if you do not use them often. Although there are ways to make them usable again, it can be a hassle when you are well into a project, only to find that the pen you need is already dry. Number 5. Crayola Take Note Felt Tip Pens. I use these markers for adult coloring books, and although there are only 6 colors in each pack, they are so vibrant that I do not mind not having more than a dozen shades to choose from. All 6 pens applied ink onto the paper consistently. There are no faded parts and no blotting at all. Another thing that I appreciated about these pens is that they dry quickly. I like using glossy cardstock sometimes, and these markers have no problem writing even on the rather slick surface. Also, because the ink dries quickly, they do not streak or smudge. Now, I do have a bit of a problem with these markers, and that is they bleed through paper easily. I did not know about this, so when I first used these markers on my adult coloring book, the ink bled through the page and blotted onto the next. I still consider these items as among good felt tip pens for coloring. However, now, I put a piece of cardboard in between the 2 pages every time I color. That's all from my end. I make helpful video daily, so do subscribe my channel and hit the bell notification. To get more information, or if you want to know product price, please do check my description. For any kind of problem, please comment below, so I can help you further. Life is short, so enjoy every bit of your life with our cool products, as it's going to make your life much easier. Thanks for watching, have a great day.